Don't Look in the Basement is a horror slasher film from 1973. It was released sometime in September 1973. And it stars Rosie Hulodick, Camille Carr, and Bill McGee. Written by Tim Pope and Thomas Pope, and directed by S.F. Browning, who has also done Don't Open the Door and Scum of the Earth and a few other films. This is actually a really low budget film from 1973. It only had a budget of about $100,000. And basically, it's a pretty simple story. But basically, this was your drive. This was like a drive-in, like double feature class to follow like The Last House on the Left and stuff. But yeah, so Don't Look in the Basement basically is starts off with you're basically introduced into this mentally ill sanitarium in the middle of nowhere. It's like an old house, sort of like the Friday the 13th. I think it was like 6 or something like that, where they were in like a mental thing. It has, like, you could tell a lot of that film was taken from this one, because it has like a lot of the same attributes and stuff like that. But yeah, so basically you're introduced to Dr. Stevens, who's the main doctor there, and he's trying to treat the mentally ill, show them ways to let out their aggression and stuff, and he accidentally gets killed. So, but then there's this new doctor who comes, and she basically comes and doesn't realize that Dr. Stevens dead, and Dr. Stevens' helper, Dr. McAdams, I think that's her name in the story, she is taken over, but she's a little odd. And the new nurse, I think her name's like Claire in the film, if I remember correctly. But yeah, she comes in, she tries to help out, but then she slowly starts realizing there's something odd going on. Like, the patients have free reign in the sanitarium for some reason, and yeah, and all of them are, it's just like a madhouse. So, but the phones are cut off and stuff like that. So weird things start happening, and people come in to try to help, and then they end up dead and stuff. And she's trying to piece together what is going on here with like a lot of like random insane people going nuts and having problems of their own on the side. So yeah, it's an interesting, fun little film. Yeah, it comes off pretty cartoony and stuff like that, with like a lot of the mentally insane people. This film is really well acted though, and stuff. Like, a lot of the characters are believable and stuff. It does have like quite the cheap feel to it, but the acting makes up for that, and it definitely shows. Also, the prosthetics and special effects in this film, where like the gore and stuff, is actually really well done too. And the music actually sets the tone quite a bit in this film, which is makes it a little more enjoyable and upbeat for most of it. And then when it gets darker, you can feel the dark tone. Yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed this one. I was very surprised by it. Um, yeah, like, I heard about it, but I finally got around to checking this film out, and I was actually pretty surprised. Also, like, um, what's his name? Bill McGee plays a mental patient who was lobotomized and tries to help out and tries to be sincere and help out as best he can and stuff like that. Even though, like, this is back in the day when lobotomies are done and stuff, so uh, they couldn't learn from that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, so it's you feel sympathy for the patients and the problem that's going on. Now, the twist is very obvious and stuff. Dr. McAdams, whatever her name is, was she doesn't seem there. Also, they try to do a who's who sort of, where it was more like is the new nurse mentally ill too, or is it Dr. McAdams? Back and forth. They both show signs and stuff. So it's interesting how they do that. And yeah, but once they reveal like the main twist and stuff, you put it together pretty quick. That you pretty much saw it coming the whole way and stuff. But it was pretty well put together and well acted and stuff like that. I actually really enjoyed this film. This one I classify as like a horror thriller, because it's more like the who's who, and you're not sure who's actually doing the killing, but it does have quite the psychological aspect to it. So yeah, this film was very enjoyable. Yeah, but like I said, it has like a little cheap feel, but that was just of the time. And but the acting was really good and stuff. But with like maybe a little higher budget, they could have emphasized even more, and it would have been an even bigger classic. But with like the money restraints that they had and stuff like that, they did a phenomenal job. So yeah, but for this film, I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I was really impressed with it. So definitely check this one out. There's a trailer link down below, like always. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story all the time. So make sure you follow me there. And yeah, also I had the title of the film and the hashtag somewhere in the video clip. So just for fun, you can try to find and see what I'm going to review next, or you can just wait till the video comes out, but you get a little glimpse at what the film is on my story. So make sure you follow me there, stay in the loop. Also, I post the genre of film and subgenre of horror film that it is. So because I know some people don't like slashers or certain horror films or certain films in general, so then you're at least aware if it's something you're interested in. So make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of this film, this great film. Get the word out. It's pretty much public domain now, so it's pretty easy to find. So definitely check this one out. Also, comment down below your opinions on this. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought of this. I'd love to hear your opinions. Make sure you subscribe because you never know what film I'm going to talk about next. And also, if you have any films that you want to hear my opinions on, any films at all, comment them down below and I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can, if I can find them. So yeah, but with that, check it. Don't go look in the basement. It's an underrated gem from 1973 that we shouldn't forget. So definitely seek it out, find it, and let me know your opinions on it. But that's it for me today. So definitely check that one out. And hopefully the next one I review, I have one more slasher film that I want to look at and tell you about. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll see what the hell is going on after that. I have no idea. So until the next review, take it easy.